Hi, my name is Bill Dush. I'm the mayor of Concord. I'm going to read you a very special book tonight. This book is from South Africa. My daughter lives over there with her husband and my second grandchild. So the book tonight is How the Elephant Got His Trunk. So let's go ahead and start off a little bit about it. How the Elephant Got His Trunk. Long, long ago in Africa, the elephants were roaming the veld much like they do today. They were the biggest of all animals, huge bellies, heavy legs. The elephants had enormous ears and two white tusks, but there was something quite different about the elephants. All those many years ago, they did not have a long trunk. Instead, all the elephants had short, rather funny little noses. And I want you to look at this. Here they were. They're short, funny little noses. Feeding was a difficult task for such a cumbersome creature. They would have to bend down on their knees and eat the grass. Drinking was also very easy. The elephants would have to wade in the water and kneel down to quench their thirst. And here they are, having to do that. One day, a herd of elephants had wandered far in search of water. Eventually, they found a new river. And before long, they were kneeling in the cool water and gulping down as much as they could. Could you imagine you being there trying to drink the water with that short little nose? What the elephants did not know that the river was a home of an old crocodile. The crocodile was big and strong and always hungry. When the crocodile saw the enormous creatures, he was very happy. One of these big animals would make a lovely meal, he thought to himself as he swam slowly closer. And only his eyes peering from under the water. Here he is. Here he comes, looking at the elephants. The elephants did not notice the greedy crocodile. They were too busy with their slurping up water on their bent knees. As the crocodiles got closer and slowly opened their long jaws wider and wider, and snap! Clamped over the elephant's little nose. Look at that. He's got him. What's he going to do? The poor young elephant got such a fright that he immediately pulled backwards to himself. The crocodile himself was also surprised. Usually catching a creature was easy work for a crocodile, so the struggle began. Back and forth they tugged. Sometimes it looked as though the crocodile might win, but then the elephant tugged with all his might, and he managed to pull free. The crocodile was pulled onto the riverbank, and then the enormous crocodile would pull the other way again. The other elephants looked on anxiously and cheering loudly when the elephant seemed to be winning. Look at this. He's pulling him into the water. He's grabbing his nose. It's getting longer and longer. Soon a crowd of other animals gathered at the water. Monkeys, zebras, bucks, warthogs, flamingos, and many others, all cheering the elephant. Because one time or another they had lost friends to the jaws of the nasty crocodile. All these animals together. Here they are, looking at the crocodile and the elephant. The sun was setting, and after struggling for many hours, the exhausted elephant made a final big tug and whomp, landed on his bottom. He was free. The angry crocodile disappeared in the water and into the depths of the water. The animals on the riverbank cheered and rejoiced, so happy the young elephant was safe and that someone had finally beaten the ugly old croc. There we are. He beat the croc. How about that? Eventually, when all the other animals had left, the tired young elephant noticed the older elephant was whispering to each other, quite worriedly. His younger friends, on the other hand, were snickering and laughing. His sore and throbbing nose was what they were all talking about. Look at this. They all have short noses, but the one that got with the crocodile had a long nose. What's going on here? Peering at the reflection in the puddle next to him, the elephant realized that they were making such a fuss. His nose had been stretched so long it now looked like a snake. While the young elephant was rather upset with the strange new nose, he had realized, however, that he was lucky to be alive. And so he decided there and then to make his long and winding snout the best he could do with it. There it is. He's got a long snout now, a trunk. And that's exactly what he did. Soon, it was the other elephants that were feeling sorry for themselves. When the elephant's new trunk, he was able to reach the highest branches for juicy leaves. No longer did he need to kneel for the water. He could simply slurp the water with his fantastic new nose. There he is. It wasn't long before the old elephant made their way back to the riverbank and to have the tug of war with the old crocodile. One by one, they came back with their stretched noses, and each elephant discovered how wonderful it was to have a long trunk instead of a short and stumpy nose. From that time onward, the elephants that were born had long, winding, and very useful trunks. Crocodiles still try to catch elephants to this very day, but luckily, it's usually the elephants that win. So I hope you enjoyed this about how the elephant got his